Hello ladies and gentlemen and welcome back to the Classic Wrestling Series, episode 112. So, ladies and gentlemen, the last time we watched a pay-per-view with this name was episode 87, which I will leave in the top left here for you all, and the bottom right will be the bottom left will be the episode, the recent episode for AEW Dynamite for you guys before tonight's show. But ladies and gentlemen, what show am I talking about for the CWS today? Well, as I said, last time we watched this show was episode 87, and well, on the horizon I can kind of see a new road. The road to WrestleMania is beginning soon, ladies and gentlemen. So why don't we have a look at a pay-per-view with royal repercussions in its name? Yes, ladies and gentlemen, I'm of course talking about the Royal Rumble. But which Rumble are we going to be watching today? Like I said, in the top left here, ladies and gentlemen, is the Royal Rumble from 2017. Well, let's go back about 21 years, ladies and gentlemen, Jesus goddamn Christ, and take a look at January 21st in Fresno, California, the Selland Arena, where 9,600 fans witnessed the Royal Rumble 1996. Oh boy, you've been warned. So, ladies and gentlemen, what is particularly eventful about this match? Well, the main event will see the Undertaker taking on Bret Hart for the WWF Championship. We also will have Ramon taking on Goldust for the IC title, and of course we've got this little known thing known as the Royal Rumble. But our first matchup, ladies and gentlemen, is going to be Double J, Jeff Jarrett, hooray, with Colonel Park Sanders, I believe, taking on Ahmed Johnson. So let's not waste any more time, get into this matchup. So we just had Ahmed Johnson versus Jeff Jarrett. I gotta admit, Ahmed Johnson looks very impressive. I have to admit that one, guys. He did a beautiful spine buster that would give Arn Anderson a run for his money. It was a very nice spine buster. And then he just flies over the top rope. I don't even think he actually touched the top rope. It was bloody impressive. But then Jeff Jarrett gets the guitar, smashes it over Ahmed Johnson's head, never drew a damn dime, and Ahmed Johnson wins via disqualification. Bit of an upset, I have to admit. I really was hoping that Ahmed would win the match because it just makes a lot of sense. And yeah, this was entertaining for how long it went. It went about 6 minutes. It didn't go 7 minutes. But I do feel like Ahmed Johnson should have won the match, personally. But again, it was a match, and it was very entertaining. So we also had a pre-show match, a Fall for All match. It was Duke the Dumpster Droese taking on Hunter Hearst Helmsley. This was a singles match to enter number 30 in the Royal Rumble match. So even back then, we were wondering who was going to enter number 30. But it was by disqualification. Duke wins via DQ. So we know that Duke, the Dumpster Droese, is going to enter number 30 in the Royal Rumble match. Hooray! So we have a promo from Mr. Diesel, basically talking about the Rumble match. Again, I feel like something's going to happen in this show. Also, as well, this actually marks the debut and the very first pay-per-view appearance of somebody by the name of the Ring Master. Now, I don't know who the Ring Master is. He's a blonde-haired master ring technician and featured the $1 Million Man Ted DiBiase. But for some reason, this gimmick didn't really stick. It was a lukewarm reaction from fans, and apparently he changed his name and gimmick, and apparently he now calls himself Stone Cold Steve Austin. Yeah, I've never heard of the guy either. No, of course I'm joking, guys. So Steve Austin was fired from WCW. I think it was a few weeks before about a month or so after before this pay-per-view. So this would actually mark the debut of the Ringmaster Steve Austin. Again, the show wasn't really, they weren't really catching on with the gimmick, so we changed it to Stone Cold Steve Austin, and, he changed the gimmick with wearing black tights. And his first notable feud would be against Savio Vega. A lot of people say that it didn't really help Austin, and it really was hindering him. But I have to admit, I'm very sorry, I actually do enjoy the feud between Austin and Savio Vega. I really do. I think it's actually one of those feuds that actually helped him reach the mainstream status of the WWF. Especially when, when the feud would leave and he would become champion, it was definitely being able to show his ability in the ring, definitely. So, next up, guys, we have the Body Donners, Skip and Zip, taking on the Smoking Guns, Billy Gunn and Bart Gunn, for the tag team titles. Let's watch this matchup. Also, I just want to reiterate one statement I made previously in the match. Colonel Robert Parker was not with Jeff Jarrett in this match. It was just somebody that kind of resembled him from the back, I thought, but it turned out just to be somebody grabbing the ring gear and everything like that. So that's all. So just want to apologise about that comment, guys. Obviously, Sonny is with the Body Donners, and as well as all that, Sonny would turn on the Body Donners and join the Smoking Guns. Pretty much she would join any team that had the tag team titles. Most people remember her from being with the Road Warriors when they returned. I believe it was at a Royal Rumble. I can't remember which one. It was either 98 or 99 with LOD 2000. So that's where most people remember Sonny from. But she was a really good manager, I thought, actually, especially when she was with the Body Donners and the Smoking Guns. I thought it was kind of entertaining, to be fair. But again, just her lifestyle and everything like that. What do you do, guys? So let's carry on watching this match. So we just had the Body Donners versus the Smoking Guns for the tag team titles. And I kind of have to admit, I'm not normally a fan of tag team wrestling to a degree, but this match, I really liked. I really enjoyed this match. I thought this was a really fun matchup. Bart Gunn can go, Billy Gunn can go, Skip can go, Skip can go. This was a fun matchup. Skip is Chris Candido, or he would be better known as Chris Candido in WCW and ECW. I even enjoyed Sonny in this match, which is a rarity for me because I'm not normally a fan of the manager who shouts and screams and flails her arms all the time. But even Sonny was entertaining in this match. I mean, there was one point where Sonny was on the ring apron and Billy Gunn pretended to hit her to basically get her off the ring, being whipped into it. And she just falls on her ass. Even the camera angle's like, she falls on her backside. And she just pretends to hurt herself like, oh, I'm in pain. And Billy's like being this fucking idiot babyface. It's like, oh, I need to help her. Are you okay? And then just Skip and Zip just come out and just batter him, and she just runs away like, it's fucking brilliant. I like that match. But this was a fun matchup. Bart Gunn gets the roll up on, I think it was Skip, if I recall, to retain the tag team titles. And like I say, this was a fun tag team matchup. I actually enjoyed Zip. Zip was really good in this matchup. Holy crap. Using using Chris as a weapon. In the match to basically just pick him up, Zip to pick him up and just slam him. It was really entertaining, actually. Again, here's the thing though. Bart Gunn would only be known for the Brawl for All and being knocked out by Butterbean. Billy Gunn would go on further and actually, be a multi-time tag team champion, go on to win the IC belt, go on to win the Hardcore belt, go on to even wrestle on AEW, in like 2021, for fuck's sake. It was very entertaining. This match is really good, and if you enjoy tag team wrestling, I think this is a really good match to watch for the wrestling, to be fair, guys. So we've just had the Ted Turner's Wrestling War Room, basically talking about basically ripping the shit into WCW. Nice one, WWE. But now we are getting the promo package and the build-up for Razor Ramon versus Goldust for the IC titles. Let's do this. So we just had the Intercontinental Championship match. Goldust with a debuting Marlena taking on Razor Ramon. And this was very entertaining. This was a lot of psychology building up in the match, obviously with Goldust's presence and everything. And yeah, Razor trying to keep his cool, winning the match. But he doesn't win the match, unfortunately, because the 1-2-3 Kid gets involved and basically costs Razor the IC title, which would lead forward going into into a diaper match, I believe. I think it was at WrestleMania, if I recall, or on Raw. I can't remember which one. But it was an entertaining match. It was quick, to the point. It got over the fact that Goldust is becoming the new IC champion, and it is very entertaining to see that we do have this matchup, guys. So, with that all being said, it's time for our namesake match. It's the Royal Rumble. We've got a lot of people coming out saying that, well, HBK's making his return. He's going to have a doctor by there because he's been suffering from, I believe this was after the Syracuse incident. I could be completely wrong on that one. So basically, a doctor's going to come out just to make sure that Shawn Michaels is 100% and healthy and making sure he's safe and sound. And we had Owen Hart, we had Duke the Dumpster Drosy, we had Vader, we had Jerry Lawler, Jake Roberts talking about the match coming up as well. So I want to bring up something as well. I'm not particularly a fan of commentary unless it's Bobby the Brain Heenan, Gorilla Monsoon, Jerry Lawler, Jim Ross, or a combination of those four guys. Corey Graves as well. Corey Graves, I love Corey Graves on commentary. I think he's bloody brilliant. But I can't have to admit, Kurt Hennig on commentary, I'm a massive fan of. I think he's really good on commentary. But ladies and gentlemen, here we go. It is the Royal Rumble match, and our first participant is, well, Hunter Hearst Helmsley. Dilly Bulliage. But going under, Hunter Hearst Helmsley. Let's watch this match. So we've just had the Royal Rumble match, and this was an okay match. It wasn't anything special, to be honest with you guys. So number 1 was Hunter Hearst Helmsley. Number 2 was Henry O'Godwin. Number 3 was Bob Backlund. Number 4 was Jerry Lawler. Number 5 was Bob Holly. Number 6 was Kim Mabel. Number 7 was Jake Roberts. Number 8 was Dory Funk Jr. Number 9 was Yokozuna. Number 10 was the 1-2-3 Kid. Number 11 was Taka Omi. Number 12 was Savio Vega. Number 13 was Vader. 14 was Doug Gilbert. Number 15 was SWAT Teamer 1. Number 16 was SWAT Teamer number 2. 17 was Owen Hart. Number 18 was Shawn Michaels. Number 19 was Hakushi. Number 20 was Tatanka. Number 21 was Aldo Montoya. Number 22 was Diesel. Number 23 was Karma. Number 14 was the Ringmaster making his pay-per-view debut. Number 15 was Barry Horowitz. Number 16 was Make a Difference Fatu. Number 27 was Isaac Yankum DDS. Number 28 was Marty Jannetty. Number 29 was the British Bulldog. And number 30 was Duke the Dumpster Drosy, as we know of. Entertaining. This was Kim Mabel's last appearance on pay-per-view until he returned on the June 30th, 1998 episode of War is Raw, taking on Ken Shamrock. Interesting fact for you guys. Obviously, Michaels wins by eliminating Diesel as the last entrant. It was an okay Rumble, not one of the best Rumbles, I think personally. One of my favourite ones was the 2006 Rumble, to a point. But this was an entertaining matchup, at least. There were some filler people in this match, obviously. The Dumpster being number 30, Team SWAT teamers 1 and 2 being 15 and 16 respectively. But again, it was an entertaining Rumble, and at least we had Shawn Michaels win, second year on the bounce he's won, and we have Shawn and Diesel making a friend's return. But obviously we've still got our main event, which is Bret Hart versus The Undertaker for the WWF Championship. Let's watch this. So we just had Bret Hart versus The Undertaker for the WWF Championship, and this was an entertaining match to say the least. It was fun, but Diesel gets involved and basically costs Undertaker the match. And then at the end of it, we basically see that Bret retains. We are going to be having, spoiler alert, at WrestleMania 12. It will be Shawn versus Bret, but as announced on the Royal Rumble Plus after show, but it's going to be Diesel versus Bret Hart at In Your House in a steel cage match. That's going to be kind of fun to watch when I get around to it. But ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for watching the WWF Royal Rumble 1996. Like I say, guys, episode 87 is up here, the last Royal Rumble I did, which was Royal Rumble 2017, and down here will be the AEW Dynamite review from last week. So guys, I will see you later on tomorrow morning for AEW Dynamite. TTFN. Ta-ta for now.